fx is equal to sin x plus integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 sin x plus tft with respect to dt is a real valued function. What is the difference of maximum and minimum value of the function in this interval? Let's define the function. So fx is equal to sin x plus integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 sin x with respect to dt plus integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 t into ft dt. Sin x is a constant because here we are integrating with respect to t. Therefore fx is equal to sin x plus sin x into integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 dt plus this tft dt is same. Assume this integral as a. So fx is equal to sin x plus sin x integration of dt is t limits start from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 plus of a. This becomes sin x plus sin x applying the upper bound, which is pi by 2, minus now the lower bound, which is minus pi by 2 plus of a. So fx is equal to sin x plus pi sin x plus of a. Fx is equal to sin x into pi plus 1 after taking common plus of a. Assume this equation a. Since we assume that a is equal to integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 tft dt, a is equal to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 t into, instead of ft I'll write pi plus 1 into sine of t plus of a with respect to dt. Because we simplified, fx is equal to pi plus 1 sine x plus a when the variable is x. So similarly for f of t, it will be pi plus 1 sine t plus a. So a is equal to pi plus 1 is a constant, integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 t into sine t dt plus a into integration of t from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 dt. Using IBP here in this integration by parts, a is equal to pi plus 1 first function integration of the second function, limits from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 minus whole integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, differentiation of the first function, which is t here, again integrating the second function and whole with respect to dt. This function here is an odd function, so the answer is 0, because we know that from minus a to a integration fx dx is 0 when the function is odd. This function t here is odd, so clearly the answer of this integral is 0. So we are only with this part. Dt by dt becomes 1. So we are left with a is equal to pi plus 1 t into integration of sine is minus cos t. Limits are from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 minus whole integration from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This dt by dt becomes 1, and this integration of sine t dt is again minus cos t with respect to dt. This pi plus 1 is multiplying this entire thing here. Now apply the limits. So a is equal to pi plus 1 into pi by 2 negative cos of pi by 2 minus of pi by 2 minus of cos minus pi by 2 minus this minus with this minus becomes plus, and integration of this cos becomes sine. Limits from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This cos pi by 2 is 0. Here it is cos minus pi by 2. This is also 0. So finally a is equal to pi plus 1 into sine of pi by 2 minus of sine of minus pi by 2, and a is equal to pi plus 1. Sine pi by 2 is 1. Sine of minus pi by 2 is also minus 1. So 1 plus 1 becomes 2, which is equal to 2 times pi plus 1. Since fx is equal to this, so putting the value of a here, fx is equal to sine x into pi plus 1 plus 2 times pi plus 1. Now for maximum value, the value of sine x is 1. So 1 into pi plus 1 plus 2 times pi plus 1. This becomes 3 times pi plus 1. And for minimum value of the function, we use minus 1 for sine. So 2 times pi plus 1 as it is. So this becomes pi plus 1. So clearly from here, f of maximum minus f of minimum becomes 3 times pi plus 1 minus pi plus 1, which is equal to 2 times pi plus 1.